Welcome to the What's New video for the 2024.3 release of VGSTUDIO MAX and related products. It is going to provide an overview of the new features available in this version, with a focus on how to actually find and use them in the software. Deep segmentation is a new module that brings artificial intelligence techniques to the VGSTUDIO MAX ecosystem. The first application we are releasing is a segmentation tool allowing an automatic segmentation of data into one or multiple ROIs. The following toy example will demonstrate the function of the module by segmenting various shapes present in the volume. First, we need a deep learning model trained for this task. The model needs to be imported and optimized. This takes a few minutes. These models could be either trained by you or with the help of our partners. We also explicitly support third-party models using the industry standard ONNX format. Once the model is imported, we can use the deep segmentation tool. We select the desired model from the list and press Calculate. After a few seconds, the volume is automatically segmented into regions of interest for each shape. These ROIs can then be used for further analysis. Typical applications for deep segmentation are battery electrode segmentation, segmenting multi-material parts, or looking for defects. Our enhanced wall thickness sphere analysis enables the calculation of wall thickness deviations between the part you are inspecting and a nominal part. The deviations calculation utilizes volume graphics' unique deformation field technology to precisely match the nominal to the actual part. Just select the new deviation mode in the analysis dialog. You can specify your nominal part in the nominal object selector, and all the other analysis parameters are set up as usual. To evaluate the new relative results, there are 4 new tolerance settings available. Minimal, maximal, and mean deviation can be toleranced, as well as the standard deviation of all deviation results across the part. Wall thickness deviations are represented visually using a color overlay, and live annotations can be used to easily inspect local deviation values. It is also possible to switch the visualization mode so that the absolute wall thickness of the inspected part is displayed in the color overlay. The color mapping for both deviations visualization and absolute visualization can be configured independently. Annotations of the wall thickness deviation analysis will show both the absolute wall thickness values and the deviation values. Deviation values can also be viewed in the new deviation histogram, and all analysis results can be reported as usual. Our new contextual geometry element ribbon tab makes it much easier to work with geometry elements. Just select a geometry element in the scene and switch to the Geometry Element ribbon tab. All related operations are gathered here in one convenient location. And like the object selection, selecting some fit points of the fitted geometry element is always a challenge. That's where our new fit point selection tools become helpful. Just activate the selection tool of your choice from the Geometry Element ribbon tab. You can select fit points visually directly in the 3D view, drawing the shapes of your choice. Change your selection using the Control or Shift buttons and select single points by clicking the bubbles. No need to guess where the fit points are. Just adjust your view, draw a shape, and select the desired fit points interactively. Having many objects in the scene, it has always been a challenge to select a particular set of objects, and it was even harder to match an object to its corresponding scene tree node. Our newest 3D selection tools greatly improve in this area and enable you to select objects directly in the 3D view. Start the selection tool of your choice and draw directly on the view. Objects are represented by small bubbles, and as soon as a bubble is inside of the drawn shape, the object gets selected. Activating a 3D selection tool also enables the new Select Objects contextual ribbon tab, where you can set options for the selection. To add to an existing selection, hold Control and draw the shape in the 3D view. To remove objects from an existing selection, hold Shift and draw the shape. Holding Control or Shift will also keep the Selection ribbon tab active. If you want to select a single object and are not sure which bubble represents it, you can hover with the mouse over the bubble to see the object's name. Clicking the bubble will select the object. There are also 2 new features around porosity and inclusion analysis that make it easier to run the analysis, as well as providing a new way of viewing the results. If you want to run an easy pour, but forgot to calculate a surface determination in advance, You can now click this little link in the error message. This will automatically create a surface determination for you using sensible default parameters. And if you use tolerancing, there's a new active column option that can be used to visualize each pore's tolerance state. This allows you to quickly identify which pores are in tolerance and which pores are out of tolerance in the 3D view. We also added an option to significantly speed up paint and segment. Let's assume you want to quantify the little seeds inside this pumpkin. We already have trained a paint and segment model for this task, so let's have a look at the preview. After segmentation, we will carry out an additional refinement step on this resulting region. This means that we do not need the initial segmentation in full resolution and can use the new resolution scale option, set to 0.5. You can see the effect of it in the preview. If we now calculate the segmentation, it will run approximately 8 times faster than before due to the scale factor. After the regions have been created, we can run a refinement on them. The result is very similar to the full resolution paint and segment result, only in a fraction of the time. The new version also contains a number of improvements to the built-in report editor, enhancing the existing customization options. When creating reports that contain 3D results, like for this easy pore analysis, the color bar information will now also be included in the report. In the report editor, the color bar is available as a new layout element. Just as other layout elements, it can be freely positioned or resized. Resizing it will dynamically shrink or expand the color bar to fill the available space. It is also possible to add the color bar layout element via the menu on top. If you want to add it to existing reports created with older application versions, you will need to update the report before doing so. There's also a new option for result tables that contain tolerance values. Enable the colorization of individual table cells according to their tolerance state to make it easy to visually identify which result components are out of tolerance. And info fields that are commonly used in the background, for example, can now be configured to hide the field name. This can make it easier to integrate their contents in custom layouts or text. Additional features include greatly improved performance for mesh simplification, new options for intersecting geometry elements, and an automatable dynamic renaming function that can be used to rename objects according to their meta information. Be sure to also check out the What's New section on our website or in the software itself for a full view of this version's improvements, and make sure to join the VG community for a full changelog, feedback, and discussions. Thanks for watching, and see you next version.